How's it going? Welcome to Dave's Watch channel. For this video, I'm going to be talking about Vacheron Constantin. And now this is obviously one of the Holy Trinity watch brands. And it's one that I really want to love, but I just can't love it as much as Patek or AP. And I'm going to explain to you why. Okay, let's just go take a look at their watches, right? Watches, okay, let's see. Men's watches. Man, wow, that's all right. This is for men. Okay, 1755. That's a long time, long history of watchmaking. You have to respect um, how this company has survived for how many years is that? 200 and oh my God, 1755 is like 45, 245, 265 years, almost 270 years. That is amazing. 1755. Anyway, well, look at these minute repeaters. 41 millimeters. The watches are just a little bit too big, right? It's a dress watch. This is supposed to be a dress watch. It's way too big. There's too much real estate on the dial. Maybe for something like this, like a perpetual calendar where the dial is a lot busier, I think 41 millimeters is a lot more balance. Right, something like this too, that's fine. A little bit bigger, 42 millimeters, that's okay. See, something like this, guys, a 40 millimeter patrimony, that's too much real estate on the dial. It's just going to look a little too big. It's going to look like a dinner plate on your wrist. And that's not what a dress watch is all about, right? 40 millimeters is just too big. I think that the sweet spot for a dress watch has to be about 36, 37, at tops 38 millimeter dress watch. This is something that you want to wear a suit, something that's got to fit under a cuff, and it shouldn't protrude from your wrist, that's for sure, right? I mean, you got to be practical with these watches. 42 millimeter dress, that's way too big. What are they thinking? That's way too big, They're a little bit. I mean, this just tells me that Vacheron is a watch company right now that's owned by Richemont and is really trying to follow certain trends. And of course, the big watch trend was huge. I'd say like 4 years ago, everybody wanted the biggest watch that they could find, and these companies had to, I guess, they had to push product, and they got to follow the trends in order to make sales and to be profitable, right? But it's way too big, 40 millimeter diameter. Well, look at these grand complications. Amazing. 44 millimeters. That's a huge watch, guys. These are big watches, right? 42 millimeters is my limit. That's the biggest watch I can pull out that I can pull off. Right. I recently got the IWC Portuguese, and that was about 41 millimeters, and that was definitely on the larger side. Um, that was as large as a watch that I was willing to go. So like something like this, a 38 millimeter, that's a perfect dress watch. Not a big fan of the date wheel. It just looks a little bit out of place. I think they could have done without it. And yeah, see, 41 millimeters is way too big. Seems like they got a size for everybody, right? So they range from 36 millimeter up to 42 millimeters for dress watches. They're kind of all over the place, to be quite frank and honest. Um, so this is their 56 lineup, and I've seen this watch in the flesh. I went to the boutique, and very, very, very helpful, very gracious staff. Um, so they showed us the 56, and to be quite honest with you, I wasn't very impressed with it. The date wheel just looks very off. Let's see, I saw this one in particular. Again, blue dial. Everybody wants the blue dial. And, not 40 millimeter diameter. It's okay, but it just looks a little off. I think if they could have done without the date wheel, it would have looked a lot better. Just a steel dress watch, I guess. Steel dress pseudo sports watch. But yeah, wasn't very impressed with it. When it comes to So Vacheron, there is a watch that I really, really love, and this is it. Hey, where is it? Harmony? Do no, not the Harmony. There was it the historic 1921? Where is it? Quiddileo. Yeah, Quiddileo is okay too. I prefer the Quiddileo to the 56, that's for sure. Hey, where's the historic? The 1912, I think the American. Do they not make that anymore? Huh. That's strange. Has it been discontinued? Oh, there we go. Now, this was my this is my favorite Vacheron right here. The American 1921. Just an amazing watch. Now, this is one that I would really love to buy. It's just perfect, you know. This is a driving watch, so if you observe, the dial is kind of rotated. I'd say about what 90 to no 45 degrees clockwise. That's so you know when you wear the watch on your left hand, and when your hands are on the steering wheel, you're able to tell the time, which is kind of cool actually. But it kind of contradicts my lifestyle. I try not to drive as much. I'm more of a cyclist. But I just love the design. I love the case shape. I love how the crown's up here and you can wind it. That's so cool. Alright, so this is my favorite Vacheron, and this is one that I would love to own and love to add to the collection sometime down the road. But until then, um, who knows, right? Maybe sell a couple Rolexes and find this on the used market. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Those are some of my thoughts on Vacheron, the models that I like and the models that I don't quite like. Okay, thanks for watching, and I am out. Bye.